Hey D-Sauce, Down Syndrome Dolphin here. Today, I will be talking about girls. Girls are one of the infinite genders on the retard spectrum, but one of the two sexes. They are one of the most elusive things to ever exist and rarely interact with anything but themselves. I have, however, been lucky enough to interact with them a few times in my life. When approaching a griller, be sure to approach calmly but confidently. You may seem creepy to them at first and they may try to flee, but one of the ways to avoid this is being attractive. If you manage to get close enough to communicate with the girl, you must play it cool, as the Chaz would say. The more time you spend with them, the more relationship points you get with the girl. This may mean the girl will approach you and be the one to initiate conversations. You may begin to feel weird feelings the more time you spend with girls. This is called gay. You may want her to be your girlfriend, even though I have only tried once and it went very well. There are many beginner mistakes that almost always guarantee failure when asking her to be your girlfriend. One common one is giving the appearance of being desperate. It can be hard for guys to see if they're desperate, so I'll just spell it out. You're desperate if you talk to them more than once a year. Another common mistake is waiting too long, as someone may take her before you, which is not good unless you're willing to break up relationships. I would relate. Shout out to mom and dad. Things can go on from here to places and beyond, which is usually unintended. I have no experience here, and thus will not comment on it. If you don't get accepted, there are a couple ways things can go. One is the friend zone, which is getting denied but still being friends. In many ways, this is the best way to be denied because... The other way is just getting denied and all relations severed. You can try to improve diplomatic relations, but this doesn't do much. In order to appeal to women, guys may try to become more attractive in a variety of ways. One way is to be buff, which doesn't help with being attractive. It's just an excuse to go on forums about fitness and see other guys half naked. In truth, you just have to be lucky from birth. You can, of course, take plastic surgery, but that's a lot of freedom bucks, and you could spend those on cool things. And you can also have a lot of money, but this is hard with the current economy. But if you try to appeal to women simply with your looks or wealth, they will come looking for said money or looks, and not your personality, and that's just a weak shell of a relationship. This can really hurt most guys because we like to think that our personality is good. Hey Vsauce, I'm sorry, but I just had a minor aneurysm, which is normal. Aneurysm comes from the Latin word There are some things that you should not do to increase your chances of a female approaching you or the female not fleeing when you approach. One such is the discussion of video games, which is frowned upon by most girls, and should not be talked about or acknowledged when interacting with a girl. Another thing women don't like is lying. This is just good life advice for all of us, and that lying is a scummy thing to do. Exceptions can, of course, be made, though. That is a brief summary of girls, but my longest script ever, so y'all better appreciate that. Girls are very hard to understand and very elusive, or maybe that's just me and my repulsive smells, and looks, and personality, and me. But this advice will most certainly help. Take this all with a grain of salt, because I have never had a girlfriend, and because you're watching this video, you probably won't either. This video is made possible by